beautiful day, and I bid you a warm welcome to the studios of Poly TV, Laro. It's time once again for your darling program, that informative program. We call it Newspaper Review and Analysis. My name is Femi Afolabi, and I've been joined in the studio by the Deputy Registrar, Protocols and Public Relations. I call him the PRO, Mr. Shola Abiala.
Good afternoon, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Let's begin. Politics is now heating up. Politicians are doing their thing.
Politics in the air.
Yeah. I begin with the front page of a Punch newspaper, and Punch says 2027 elections. Tinubu, APC bigwigs, pick forms. GAC backs Hamzat. Politics in the air. About 24 hours ago, we saw big shots politicians picking their expression of interest form from APC. As at now, APC is selling forms.
Yes.
Somebody picked for, in fact, Honorable Faleke picked for President Tinubu. And of course, here in Ogun State, OGD has picked the form to return to Senate. And of course, the crisis within the party is brewing up.
Big wigs, big forms, big money, and big politics.
100 million naira for presidency.
I will soon pick my road too.
Okay.
I'll soon pick.
Don't worry, Poly TV will work for you. So, in fact, one of the newspapers is exposing the shenanigans within the party, as it were, talking about some states, Nasarawa State, Oyo State, and all whatnot. That now that forms are being sold, internal wranglings are brewing up.
Yeah.
Is that expected?
Yes, it is. It is when Yoruba will say pé tó bá dojú ṣíṣú wàhálà. So all those pretenses is going, and reality is coming out. All those who feel that there's nothing to hide, there's nothing to... No, there are a lot of hidden agenda, undercurrents flowing.
Undercurrents.
Yes, and it is when, at a time like this, that is when we know what is what. So all those, we've not seen anything yet. We'll begin to see cans of worms. That, of course, if I want to do something, I also want to do it. I want to look for a way that I will not allow you to do it. So that thing, we begin to talk now.
You see, talking about the internal wranglings, a few days ago, President Tinubu gave back into the governors, as it were, that they are the party leaders in their respective states. And he was talking to members of the National Assembly that whoever is aspiring to return to this issue, go and see the party leader in their various states to give them the nod. But of course, we know that before many of them, those who defected to APC in the last couple of months, they did that because they needed assurance of returning to office.
Yes.
But because before then, you know that there will be birthrights of these governors in their various respective states, irrespective of where you are coming. Let's talk about what is happening in Ogun State, Ogun East, for instance.
Yes.
The APC group in that area, in that constituency, they sat and anointed the sitting governor as their consensus candidate for the senatorial seat. But OGD, the sitting senator, is aspiring to come back. Of course, yesterday he has picked it form. So, what do we expect is going to happen forthwith?
That is what we call fire for fire. We want this, I want this. Power of incumbency, no matter how we undermine it is real. It is real. And these days, I don't think it is democracy is no longer the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. It's a government of the few to impose on the people. Because look at that OGD and PDA scenario now. OGD wants to go back. PDA wants to take it. And that PDA is the leader according to the party constitution now. OGD is the sitting senator, and he is being told to go and discuss with the party leader. and this party leader wants to go there, katakata will burst.
Maybe the party at the end of the day, and of course all political parties now working alongside the new electoral act, maybe they need to revisit their stand, because already the new electoral act allows them to adopt consensus and of course primaries, direct primaries.
Yes.
Refusing them the system of a delegate system that they were used to before. Maybe the electoral act should have insisted that they go for primaries alone, so that we know when it comes to that, everybody will know where he belongs. Because the allowance of allowing consensus to come up it's giving some people, some party leaders or some big politicians undue advantage.
Yes, you see, the consensus of a team, to me, it's a gimmick. It's a gimmick, because when you it is a type of imposition. Though where we want it done, we don't see anything wrong about it.
Mm-hmm.
But where we see that there's need for level playground, I think in the primary, you know your popularity, you know your worth. So nobody is imposing anyone on anybody. Like what will happen in this Ogun State, Ogun East Senatorial District. You will see who actually owns the land. Remember Sunday Okosun? We want to know who owns the land. We want to know who controls Ogun East, whether it is PDA or OGD. If it is a consensus, people will be shortchanged. They will just accept whatever it is imposed on them. But let them pick forms and meet on the field.
Well, to a large extent, I think the Lagos affair is
almost a forgone conclusion.
Yes, because the Governance Advisory Council has adopted AMZAT, and it's like there's no dissenting voice so paramount.
Just like we have in our own Ogun State.
Yes, the Yayi clock here.
The Yayi. It is Yayi clock.
So let's move forward. We're still talking about a little bit of politics. It's still on the front page of Punch newspaper. There's this minor report. Presidency counters Northwest neglect claim, leads ongoing projects. I think when politics is very close, when we are approaching election year, there's likelihood of people using little or feeble things to campaign.
Of course.
Yes, there's a cry now that the current administration, being led by President Tinubu, is neglecting or has neglected the Northwest zone, infrastructure-wise, and the presidency is coming out to give them the number of projects.
If you look at the list rollout, we see that the present administration, to my mind, to be modest and honest, is not neglecting that zone. It's not neglecting it. It's not west, the Kaduna and whatever sides. I don't see any element of neglect there. I don't, to be frank.
Well, let me, for the last time, still read this report from the front page of Punch newspaper. Reps approved Tinubu's $516 million loan for Sokoto Badagry Highway. That particular topic has generated a lot of furore. We heard last week when the Emir of Kano, Sanusi, took the presidency to cleaners, saying once you've removed the subsidy on fuel and you had enough money, why are you seeking humongous amount of
more loan?
But the House of Reps has approved the loan now, $516 million, in addition to over 156 trillion
that we are owing. The Yorubas are very clever. They said so the more the BC, the more the life, because if you are owing, nobody will want you to die. The person you are owing will not want you to die, because he knows if you die, you won't be able to pay the debt. So let's go. So that if we want to live long, let's borrow a lot of
don't forget that when they share the amount of loans, the amount of money on individuals, you have 774,000 naira hanging on your neck.
In 1999 or 1999, thereabouts, when these politics wanted, the Second Republic wanted to say, so people were saying that we should give whatever amount we have we should give it to everybody. We share it,
Okay.
Ori Ojori, so that if you want to remain in Nigeria, you remain. If you want to go, no problem. No problem.
We move forward. There's a minor story on the front page of a Vanguard newspaper on the masthead, and this story is credited to the NLC. 1 million naira salary worthless without stable naira.
Yes.
1 million naira salary worthless without stable naira.
Yes.
About a week ago or a few days back, the head of service announced another jumbo allowance for civil servants, and the allowances are to take effect. The payment are to take effect from October 22. People have been talking that
October 22.
October this year,
October
2026. That's what I want to say. So the October this year.
I was thinking you want to start this very day.
No. October this year, and well, that announcement has attracted different comments from the economists, from socialists, and of whatnot. Well, the NLC is now saying even if you want to give up 1 million naira monthly as a salary,
the naira.
it is worthless because the salary.
I quite agree. I agree. You see, no matter when the currency is weak, the value is no value. The value is no value because let's think about the good olden days when the salary. I think my first salary when I started work was 117 naira. 117 naira, and as young as I was then, I buy new shirts every month, and I think I eat chicken almost 4 times in a month every week, and then I still have some savings. I still have some savings because it was the savings I had between 1983 and 1985 that I used to sponsor myself for my ND. You see, the money looked very small, but the value, how much was the naira to a dollar then? How much is the naira to a dollar now? So a million in naira, when you convert it to dollar, you get less than, is it up to 100 whatever? It's not. So no matter how much they give, what the government should do is to strengthen the naira, increase, pop up the value of the naira, so that if you are earning 100 naira, you know you are earning 100 naira. Remember what they've said when they wanted to remove 2 digits from these things, and 1,000 becomes 10,000 or 10 naira or whatever. If the value is strong, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter now. A liter of fuel is 1,300, 1,250. But then 30 kobo or whatever. Still, let them. It is not the increment that matters. Let them strengthen the naira. I think that will solve the problem.
Okay, let them strengthen the naira so that everybody will enjoy. I'm going to the front page of a Guardian newspaper, and the major headline of Guardian says opacity, weak audit trail federal government spending amidst abuse of Fiscal Responsibility Act. Details of this report, according to the Guardian newspaper, is saying that even the federal government is abusing the Fiscal Responsibility Act, not doing anything that is judicious in transaction between the government and, of course, the partners. They're talking about the contractor, they're talking about even the value of naira we are talking about. And there was a specific mention of how the federal government gets its loans approved from the National Assembly. They're saying they are cutting corners. But of course, it's all bordered on the economy, weak economy. Perhaps economists are not doing what they're supposed to do.
Perhaps they are not doing it, and perhaps they are doing it. And the person, you remember a certain president some years ago said that I have that right to appoint a minister, but I'm not duty bound to take whatever advice you give. Perhaps they are doing what they are supposed to do. It is whatever I want to do that I want to do. They said they are cutting corners, and you borrowed an Eguman 100 naira, and you come out to say to tell him that, okay, borrow me 100 naira. Eguman give you the 100 naira. They say Eguman is a fool. they know that Oguman is not full because he knows that it is whatever you give him that can give you back. The federal government is asking for a loan and they are passing it to the house to legislate. Would they deprive the owner of getting his property? So the abuse of the physical act is obvious. It's obvious. There's nothing that is straightforward in this nation any longer. There's nothing that is authentic. There's nothing that is real. You cannot even toilet in your own house without bribing the toilet. You see, we see bribery and corruption as the in thing. That at times when people wants to get something here, especially those who come from Lagos, they believe there's nothing money cannot do. If you say this thing is not possible, somebody who had F9 in English and math and is looking for admission here, and you tell them, at this thing, could qualify as àbúrò nǹkan tó ẹ bá fẹ́ gbà ní kẹ́ ẹ sọ. You see, and if there are gullible people, they will gba nǹkan tó fẹ́ gbà and the admission will not come through. But bribery and corruption, everything is becoming an in thing here in this part of the world. It's unfortunate.
Still talking about the abuse of the fiscal responsibility. You remember the last administration, especially the last Senate. When this new administration came in fact, they had to settle humongous amount of debt or money expended by the last administration, the last Senate, under the means and ways and means of doing things, of getting things done. In fact, it runs into billions of naira. Now that we have a new administration that is about 3 years in office, by now I think the culture should be subsiding.
Remember the parable of ewé àgbọn. Kàkà kó rọ̀ fún ewé àgbọn, ṣíṣe ló ń le koko sí. The thing is not subsiding at all. Rather, it's getting heater. It's getting hot all the time.
Maybe that is why we've been having such loans approved under how many hours? The last loan before the $516 million that is just approved by the House of Reps.
Don't go too far concerning loans. If you want to obtain loan from all these online banks now, it doesn't even take any collateral. Apply for loan now. In the next moment, you get your money. So what are we talking about?
Okay, let's move forward. You have hit me below the belt. Still on the front page of a Guardian newspaper, there's this story that caused one to worry. EFCC probes vice chancellors over inflated contracts, students' fees diversion.
Can you imagine?
In fact, the details of the report even says that there are some vice chancellors that have been investigated now for diversion of a TED fund grants.
Yes,
TED fund grants and even
loans.
Arbitrary increment in the student fees and all that.
I even heard of a situation where they said a particular institution is granting scholarship to students in that institution. So they will give them letter and they will go to either the bursar and registrar's office to translate that letter
to cash.
into cash, so that they will not give them physical cash, so they will just translate it into the payment of their fees. We learned that the bursar and the registrar of a particular institution are just using the letter. They will credit the real owner, and they will use the money to settle their own favorites, students. Yeah?
How did we descend so low?
I don't know. When in an institution where those we are looking up onto are the one perpetrating evils, how do we explain that?
God save us.
Amen.
Another minor report on the front page of Guardian newspaper says terrorists threaten to execute 176 Kwara abductees.
Okay.
They're still in the custody of their
captors.
captors. Till now,
they are threatening to
execute them if government did not pay 5 billion naira.
Where are we going? How many governments do we have in the state? So if somebody is threatening government, is that not another government? A parallel government of terrorism? Yeah? And how I kept saying this thing. is through what means are they asking for the ransom? Is it not a number? Is it not a bank account they will pay the money to, or they will go and give them? If it is they give to them by hand, is it Irumole or Ebola they are giving the money to? Is it not human being? And if you are sending a request for ransom, are you not using a phone number? What is the essence of the registration we did? SIM registration, data capturing, and this. What is the essence of all this? So if the money, the ransom is not paid, they will kill the innocent souls. We are even talking about that. Maybe they will collect ransom from some people and they will still kill the abductee. Where are we going? You cannot sleep and close one eye, not even two eyes now. One eye you dare not.
One eye, you cannot close your one
close,
eye. Yeah.
And you say you are sleeping.
Well, I'll return to this minor report on the front page of Vanguard newspaper, which says the headline of the newspaper 2027, ADC and PRP blow hot, says we stand at grave risk of exclusion. ADC is writing the CJN. We're still talking politics. Our restraint should not be mistaken for weakness. The essence of this report, the ADC is writing the Chief Justice of Nigeria, possibly to expedite action on the judgments being expected by the Supreme Court on their case. Of course, the Supreme Court has had their case, both ADC and PDP. And the court, the Supreme Court is saying is reserving the judgment. Till when? When everything is happening sporadically on political. And that is why the party is saying we stand at the risk of being excluded from the screen of things.
I think a hunchback masquerade enters a hut, and a hunchback man walked out thereafter. Who will not know that is the hunchback man that is in the masquerade regalia? The fact remains that if there is something that is hanging on something, it is the hearing or the justice or the judgment of this thing that will determine eligibility or not, and you are holding on to it. And the election day, the everything is moving fast. So it is, of course, they have a right to cry out. And it is not just crying wolf where none exists. It's a palpable fact. They know that something is happening. Is it deliberate? Are they doing that deliberately to stall them, to stop them from participating in the election? I think it's not fair.
Well, by way of rounding up, I want to thank Mr. Abiola for finding time to be here once again. We are in the political era. The politics is heating up, and of course, whoever is at the top, especially the sitting government, we want to use everything to its advantage, at least to sustain that leadership. So
like
that when it's
like you are doing to me now, to bring some money so that I'll go and obtain my form. You say I should come and see you.
But you just told me that you've obtained your form.
You say I should.
No.
Don't
change here. You told me you just and I promise you that PoliTV will work with you. So
you know how many phones you think I want to collect? Am I not entitled to as many phones as I can?
I only know of Shola Abiola. One, but I don't know that you are two, you are three. If you want to go to House of Reps, you want to go to Senate, and then you want to contest for presidency.
There's Abiola Olusola.
Go ahead. EFCC will name you one of the
Thank you very much. EFCC, no, I know they for that.
Because you are hiding on sporadic names. So thank you, Daryl, for finding time to be here. We'll continue to monitor what is happening around us. Yeah. That's the program this afternoon. We'll be back tomorrow with another episode. Stay blessed.